Hi, and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me yet, my name is Mar Hausler. I'm an ex-financials trader turned coach and money mindset mentor. I love everything around money, exploring what's holding us back and really empowering you onto your path towards financial independence. Now, this week, I'm diving into a super important topic that's so dear to my heart, and it's about monetizing your gifts. I believe that all of us are born here with a gift, with something to share with the world. I don't at all believe that we were born to work 9 to 5 in jobs that we don't enjoy to pay our bills and our rent and our food just to survive. And I really think there's something ticking wrong in the system. Now, I'm not going to explore the topic of the system or how we're going to change it, because that's a whole nother subject. But what I want to dive into today is how you can personally dive into your monetizable gifts, get to know them, and what you can do as little steps to start putting these out into the world and making your life according to your gift and not what others are dictating you to do. Yes, I know it can seem ambitious. I've worked with thousands to make this happen in many different ways, from workshops to talks to coaching and experiences. And I believe that it's possible for you too. Now let's dive into this video to unpack this and to see how you can connect your gifts and make that future yours, where you own them and create your life from them. You might think, what are monetizable gifts? Do I even have any? What are you talking about? I don't just have one gift. I have so many things. And I believe it's a compilation of who you are. There's no two same people in the world. There's no one else who's lived your life, experienced what you've experienced, been born into your family, studied what you've studied, and can put it all into relation into that way. There's so many paths, so many different people, and always someone who needs what you have to offer. Imagine there's no one else who has the same skills as you, the same life experiences, the same knowledge, and the same way of conveying that and putting that into the world. So imagine how precious your gifts are. Now you might think to me, what are you on about? I have 10 different things and not one. This is exactly where this comes into and what I want to step into today with you. Most of the people that I've coached don't just come with one gift. You might have been a lawyer in your past life, you're creative, you've done different things. How do you repackage that? Even my own story has been so fascinating that I used to be a financials trader, was completely into the financial markets, and changed my life to help others empower themselves around their finances. Now, my background completely fed into the way that I'm working right now, but I'm doing it for a positive swing, not just for the money, but so much more. And I've seen thousands of people transform their gifts into something that they can really offer the world. I love Steve Jobs' description of this, where he said he went into one calligraphy class along the way that inspired him to make the font at Apple like he did. Now imagine that one class that inspired him. Think of all the little things that have happened in your life that have inspired you to make certain decisions and be who you are. And I believe that's an important part of the journey as well. Now, the first thing to let go of is that one big great thing myth. You're going to change the world with that thing. I had a teacher at Schumacher College, Satish Kumar, who told us at the time, Jesus didn't change the world. Don't expect that you'll be changing the world. Do that one thing. And I loved it. He was like, if it's planting a tree, cooking a meal, putting a gift into the world, do that thing. And I believe that finding your gift and putting them out are about alignment within yourself, because when you are aligned, you walk the right path. Courage to really step forward and keeping that clarity in place so that you know the way you're going with your alignment, taking the courage to take the step and then keep going. It's the motivation behind it. Every single step is taking you closer. And if that means if you can't dedicate your whole life to it because you have a family to take care of, making that moment either in your day, in your week, in your month, that carves out the space to make that possible for you. So if you're telling me now, what are you talking about? I don't have any gifts. I wanted to dive into 3 different ways that we can explore these and to start undigging these. I feel a lot of times that it's the education system that has numbed us. We've been told you can't make money being a poet. You can't make money being a pony teacher or rider. I love Alan Watts' videos on this. What inspires you? Because we want to change the next generation. I even feel like I'm working downstream without the young people, but with the women and elderly who already have gone through their journeys, experienced it as adults and realized that's not what I want to do. How do I redo this? I really believe upstream is working with the education system, with the young people, getting them inspired in their purpose so that they can put that into the world. So what can we do to undig this? Let's dive in together now. And the first one is discover your soft power. What is that thing that people ask you for? What is that thing that you're an expert on that comes to you so easily that you don't even think to charge for? But that is the one thing that most of your friends, family, and people around you ask you for. And that's a little light that I want to ting on in you, because so many women think that they have to give those gifts away for free, when actually that is the one thing that comes so easily to you, and it's a time to monetize it. So how can you get on top of that little thing, your soft power, how you can get in touch with this and put it out into the world? Maybe it's holding space for people who are going through massive life changes. Maybe it's creating calm in chaos. Find that. Where are your gifts? Where is that? And how can you cling that and actually frame it? Because oftentimes it's something we completely ignore in our lives. The next one is looking at your lived experience. And I love to say it's either the skills you've gained over the years, what you've lived through, even if there's challenges such as, job loss, marriage breakup, losing a loved one, whatever it might be, those tough situations that you've gone through, those experiences that you've lived through have shaped you, and they make you uniquely you. So how can you start tapping into these, remembering these, write these down to see what can you help others with? What have you transformed in your life to really put into the world and support others on their journey through that? And chances are someone is looking for that experience that you've lived through, to having that support, maybe that mentor, that knowledge, or just someone to chat to who's experienced it and who can help you out the other side. Because oftentimes when we get in touch with someone who's lived that before, we can cut our path much shorter, we can get life experiences, and we can make those changes happen. I want you to also dive deep to look into, as the third point, what energizes you. It's not what is glitzy on the outside and what makes you chase it, but more what really comes up as a fire inside, what gets you alive and excited. And I feel like when we're doing this work, which is really, and I would reterm work here, but really putting your gifts into the world and monetizing them, you don't get tired, you're full. I come out of coaching calls with people, I'm excited. I'm like, wow, this is so amazing. I would do this even for zero. And that's the whole point. That's when you're alive. And it's not when you're depleted, when you're exhausted, when you're like, I need a break after work. Because if we are in alignment, if we're doing the work we love to do, and I've seen so many clients go through this, you're full of energy and full of power because you're constantly being fed and feeding a larger system through that. And that's what excites me. And I want you to tap into that and to find that in your sphere, in your life. What brings that fire out? Where can you ignite life through you? So now that we've discovered these gifts, or at least helped you tap into them, how can you monetize these to make something that you can also make a living from in the world? Now, I always say to my clients, don't depend on your gifts. Don't dampen the energy, because once you've got this fire going, you want to be able to ignite it. It's really difficult then to have to depend on it, live on it, need that money, because clients feel that energy. They feel it when you are needing them. So it's really getting that space going, getting your gifts out into the world, supporting yourself financially until the two come together, where you're able to really live off your gifts in abundance and share with others. And that's when you're in full abundance, where you can move away from the scarcity mindset, the neediness, to really step out. As you get to this point, I want to invite you to start packaging your gift into different ways. And this can be a side hustle. And there's so many different ways nowadays. As content creators online, we have social media, ways to get to people, connect. I would say, give a talk, start a workshop, share about your experience, open masterminds, classes. There's so many different ways, from coaching all the way through to a recorded digital product, to downloads. Start it out. You don't need to know straight away what the direction is, what your business plan is, where you're going to go with it. I would say follow the flow, follow the energy, start putting something into the world, and then see the response. I've made the mistake of coming up with something perfect that I thought was there and not following the iterations, to then having to redo it again. The best way to learn is to put something out in the world, get that feedback back from the world, and then iterate it. I know it can be difficult to hear back. Remember, when you go on this journey, it's not personal. It's not about you. It's about the gifts, the work that you're putting out there. So as long as you can keep that feedback coming, refine it, you can really, really shift your gifts into something that's monetizable, that you can share with a wider audience. Trust me, it's incredible, and it makes me so excited to see more women doing it. I've helped thousands on their path, and I just get so inspired to see all these gifts coming out and people really standing in their power. And that's the most inspiring thing you can do in life, to really offer this to the world and to feel your energy and fire coming out through this. And your gift is more than just a passion. Your gift is your tool towards freedom. It's something that you can put into the world, live freely with, expand with, keep sharing knowledge, and then monetizing this and making your living through this. And for me, this is aligned money. This is putting your gifts into the world and making that money that you deserve from it. It's all energetic at the end of the day, but you need to believe in it. You need to step up and you need to be willing to have the courage, clarity, and focus to put that into the world. Remember that this is not performative at all. It's not about putting a performance on, it's about standing in your power and knowing that you have your alignment to walk that path. You don't have to have it all figured out, but it does unfold along the way. So if you're ready to step into your full power, claim your gifts, make this happen, I'm so excited for you. I've got a bunch of resources below. The Solopreneur's Guide to Financial Freedom. So much more that you can step on your path. If this video inspires you, share it with others, and I can't wait to see you sharing your gifts in the world and making that life switch, living from your inner fire and sharing that with everyone around you. Thank you for joining. I'm so, just grateful that you're here with me. Please share this with anyone else who can get inspired, and let's keep walking this path of our freedom and gifts in the world together.